When you are encouraged and rewarded for eating obscene amounts of food in a very short amount of time, multiple times a day, at what point do we say, hey, we need to really take a look at this and like really worry about the person that's making these videos? Alrighty, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we are going to be talking about the TikToker Jelly Bean Sweets, or Jenna is her name. Now, before we get into the video, I just want to make it clear, please do not go to this person's page and say anything negative. That is not the intention of this video. I just want to talk about what is going on TikTok, and there has been a lot of conversation about what Jelly Bean Sweets is doing and whether that is okay, if it's something that should exist on the platform. So I just want to talk about what is going on. This is not intended to be hateful or at all trying to attack this content creator or person. I'm sure that they are lovely. They seem very nice. So I just want to make it very clear, we're just talking about what is going on and not the person that is in the video. With all that being said, Jelly Bean Sweets is very much known for, when it comes to TikTok, videos like this, which are mukbangs, I guess you would call them. We're not going to watch this video, but as you can see, it is, you know, she eats these burritos in about 4 minutes, and that's kind of the title of the mukbang is Taco Bell Mukbang 2 burritos in all under 4 minutes. Now, before we get into the mukbang stuff, it's actually really interesting because I was going through Jenna's her TikTok, and I noticed that she was actually not always known as this person that does mukbangs. And a big part of the issue is just the amount of mukbangs that are happening that a lot of people are concerned about. But before we get into that, you know, the way that Jenna actually got popular was she used to do a lot of these just dancing kind of these videos, right? And so what she would do was she would basically, we can't listen to the audio, but she would dance to these just dance things, and she wouldn't look at the screen. And so a lot of people really liked it, right? So she would do these dances and not look at the screen, and people thought that they were really cool, right? And so like the comments were, you know, I love your account and your confidence, you go girl, please do Rasputin tonight, which is a dance that's in that show, or in that game. Now, this is the last Just Dance video that was uploaded by her, and this was uploaded in January of this year. Now, it's really interesting though, because if you look at the comments, it's girl just come back with the dance videos, right? Like, so a lot of people, low-key, I miss this, a lot of people, more of this content, a lot of people really miss this kind of content that was going on. So it's really interesting because if you go through her TikTok, so I went and scrolled down to the, you know, the first TikTok that she made, it seems like she started making in about 2021, right? And they were actually kind of like baking TikToks, whatever, you know, just like normal stuff. But then the just dancing kind of started, and you can tell that she really started kind of getting into that, and people were really liking it. But as you kind of scroll up to more recent videos, it is just almost exclusive, well, not almost, it's basically exclusively these mukbang videos. And the last Just Dance video is the one that I showed that was uploaded in January of this year. So, you know, it's been like almost 8 months since there has been anything other than these mukbangs. So I wanted to just go over this video. This is her kind of like announcing that she's going to be doing a mukbang later. But I wanted to show a video where she's actually talking, right? Because I'm sorry, but we're not going to be watching her shoveling in 4 minutes 2 burritos in her face. We're not going to watch that. But I feel like this does a good job of, you know, showing, again, this is a person that seems very nice, very relatively normal, right? And, you know, I just wanted to share what she's like and kind of, you know, show kind of what she's saying about this stuff as well.
I know I literally just got Taco Bell like 2 days ago, but it's so good. So let me show you what all I got. All right, I pulled everything out. First off, we'll go through the sauces. So we got, whoops, I dropped them all. We got 2 nacho cheese, spicy ranch, avocado ranch. They forgot my hot sauces, but that's okay. I got so much other sauce. Then I got a medium fry.
I do like Taco Bell hot sauce, the mild, because I'm lame and I can't do super spicy. I know, leave me alone. And I know that hot isn't that hot, okay? I know, but just leave me alone.
They look pretty good. Not as good as normal, I will say that.
I didn't know that Taco Bell had french fries. I'm going to be completely honest.
But nacho fries are nacho fries. Pretty darn good. And then I just got 2 grilled cheese burritos. Extra everything. It's with the chicken in these. They both look massive. Wow, this one looks even bigger. It's like
Those
almost
are
falling apart.
Pretty large, for sure.
It's huge.
That is pretty big.
Oh my god. And then, of course, very greasy. I got a zero sugar Baja Blast, of course. It's so good. I don't know how to describe the taste. It's very much like Mountain Dew, but there's like...
I mean, it is Mountain Dew.
Another taste in there. A lot of people ask me, what does it taste like? It's hard to describe. You kind of have to try it to know. I don't know. I ate the rest of this in the ASMR video, so do check that out.
So, again, you know, a relatively normal girl that is making these mukbang videos. Now, where I think the main problem lies for people that are concerned are just the absolute amount of them that are going on. So if you even look at the top comment on this video, right, they're all about how frequent these are happening, right? Girl, it's every day. 27 mukbangs in a week is crazy work. Is your heart okay? It's 10 in the morning. I mean, she seems so sweet though, which I agree. She does seem very nice. You know, again, she does have fans, right? Y'all leave the queen alone. 27 in mukbangs in 1 week is crazy work. Making content and doing that so frequently, I do think that there is something to be talked about with that, and that's what I really want to focus on. So I think the biggest issue, like I said before, is the fact that they're happening so frequently, you know, multiple times a day, sometimes 3 times a day, these kind of mukbangs are going on. And again, it's not just the fact of someone eating food in front of a camera. That in and of itself, whatever, right? We all eat in a day, right? We all have to eat. So I don't really have a problem with that, but it's the amount, and then the fact that this is becoming a business, and this is becoming basically like a way of life for someone. And again, it doesn't matter who it is. It could be this young woman, but it could be anyone. When you are encouraged and rewarded for eating obscene amounts of food in a very short amount of time, right? Multiple times a day, at what point do we say, hey, we need to really take a look at this and like really worry about the person that's making these videos and be like, hey, we need to stop allowing this to be monetized on the platform. And then on top of that, it's especially like, at what point is it like, hey, maybe we shouldn't be promoting this to so many people? Because again, these videos are getting literally millions of views and hundreds and thousands of likes. And then if you look at just the comments, they are just, it's like people that are genuinely worried, right? Like it really does feel like I'm watching Nikocado avocado all again, right? The gasp I gasped when I realized she was eating 2 at the same time. Like, didn't we learn our lesson from a Nikocado? This used to make me hungry. Now I feel nauseous. Now this is out of control. 2 at the same time is crazy. Again, so it's people that are genuinely concerned, and it's becoming almost a sort of like sideshow that is making someone a lot of money. But at what point do we have to worry about what that means for other people that are watching this content, and especially like younger people that might want to emulate this to see the same type of growth? And that is something that's going on here, right? If we look at these videos, right, there's this video right here, attempting to eat like jelly bean sweets as someone who gets full after 2 bites, right? So we have someone doing that. And then there's another person attempting to eat canes like jelly bean sweets, and it's her doing the same thing, you know, dipping all the food, trying to eat it really quick in front of the camera. And it's always these foods that are obviously not the healthiest. These are the issue. I think the biggest issue with mukbangs, especially in the US and on the West, is that the worse the food is for you, right? Basically the more popular that video will be, the messier the food. It all kind of combines into this perfect storm, I guess. And again, like I said, Jenna seems like a very nice person, and she seems like a very kind person, and I don't wish any ill will on her. And so that's why I'm like, when I see something like this and someone, in my opinion, getting sucked into the algorithm, getting sucked into seeing the numbers go up when they're posting more crazier and crazier videos, at what point do we as a society, but like TikTok as a platform and these other platforms, right, if it's happening on YouTube, at what point do we have to be like, we need to make sure that there are some restrictions so people don't just go seeking this out and eventually kind of hurting themselves in the long run? Because this is not something that can obviously last for a very, very long time, and it is going to catch up with you, and it's basically only a matter of time, and that doesn't feel right to me. I really am not sure what TikTok or like YouTube would do and how they would regulate this, but where we are now, it does not seem like it's a good place, and it's like something that should continue. Again, not because I think Jelly Bean Sweets is a terrible person, or Jen is a terrible person, or anyone that does these things is a terrible person. Of course, if you're able to make thousands and thousands of dollars eating food in front of a camera, and why I can't sit here and blame anyone for that, right? There's a lot of people that would love that, right? Encouraging other people to go down that path, and just how many complications there can be from that. It really feels like there's something that we should rein in, and especially it should not be promoted and become as popular as it is, because I just feel like there's so many implications of that in the long run. Obviously, I'm just a guy that has my opinion, but I feel like, especially when these things that, you know, maybe are fun at the start and they just kind of are like, oh, I want to show what I'm eating, but when it turns into a business, and then that business is basically the more unhealthy the food is, and the bigger the amount and the faster you can eat it is directly correlated to how much money you make and how many views you get. I feel like that's incredibly, incredibly dangerous. And I think anyone, no matter how level-headed you might be, or how, you know, nice and kind you might be, can be, I guess, corrupted is the right word, by those numbers, and you will continue to seek bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger numbers, more and more money, regardless of what it is doing to your health, to your mental health, and just how you feel in general. And that genuinely scares me, because I don't want to see so many other people trying to go down that road and just ruining themselves for a few views and a few bucks on TikTok. But again, that's just how I feel. I would love to know what y'all think down in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.